A viewer question: if disability now is $2,000, but at 62, my Social Security is only $1,800. Will I be kept at $2,000 when I hit 62 or drop down to $1,800? Okay, so if you're on disability, you're going to be on disability pretty much forever. I'll talk about a little bit more details on that. But no, once you hit 62, 65 or anything like that, the reason it's $1,800 is because of a reduction for early retirement. You're not on retirement, you are on disability. However, you will be on retirement benefits. What happens with disability benefits is when you turn your full retirement age, Social Security disability is switched to retirement. Nobody realizes it. I've talked to people all the time and they said, I'm 80 years old, I'm on disability. So actually your disability stopped a couple of decades ago when you reached your full retirement age, because your check stays the same and the pay date stays the same and everything. It's just a political bureaucratic thing where the government stops taking your money out of the disability trust fund and starts taking out of the retirement trust fund. So everything basically stays the same. Most people don't even know. But there are certain things you need to do when you start hitting your 60s if you're on disability. Number one is when you hit 60 years old, if you were ever married and now you're a surviving spouse, you were married to someone that deceased when you were married to them, you were married to someone for 10 years and now they're deceased, you could collect surviving benefits above and beyond your disability. Same thing when you hit 62. 62 is if you're married and your spouse's benefit amount is twice yours, you can collect spouse benefits. If you were divorced and you were married to that person for 10 years or longer, you can check to see if you're entitled to any spouse benefits, and that will go on top of your disability benefits. It'll be reduced, your spouse benefits will be reduced. Your disability won't, because your disability is basically your benefit amount at your full retirement age. But if your spouse or your previous divorced spouse benefit amount is over twice yours, then you'll receive that difference up to 50%. So if you file for spouse benefits, divorce spouse benefits at 62, then it's going to be reduced. If you wait until your full retirement age, then you'll get 50%. The other thing you need to do is when you turn 65, if you're on disability in most states, that means you could have only gotten a Medicare Advantage plan with the prior authorizations and the networks and all the rest of it. So most states don't allow you to get a Medicare supplement plan, one of the Medigap plans. And if they do, it's usually very expensive for those under 65. But once you hit 65, you're in a golden window where you can get one without any prior authorizations, no networks, and no health underwriting whatsoever. So that's at 65 years old. So at the very least, if it doesn't work for you, I would definitely check it out once you hit 65, and you can contact us and we can help you see what's in your area. The other thing is same type of thing. When you hit your full retirement age, you're going to be switched to regular retirement benefits. So now you are free. No more CDRs, or continuing disability reviews. No more limitations in terms of work. You don't have to deal with disability anything anymore because you're not receiving disability. You're receiving retirement benefits. And you're receiving retirement benefits after your full retirement age. So there are no limitations in terms of work. You can work, don't report it. Social Security doesn't care. But if you do work and it's one of your high 35 years of earnings, then that's probably going to increase your benefit amount for the rest of your life. So because that's how Social Security determines your benefit amount, by your high 35 years of earnings. So if you work and once you notify the IRS that you worked last year, the IRS notifies Social Security. Social Security looks at it and says, hey, this is a high 35 years. So we'll kick out one of the low ones, stick this new one in there, recalculate, and get you some more money. So if you got any other questions on all the phases of disability and changes, make sure you join my live Q&A. I do several times a week, and I can answer all your questions. Make sure you get everything you earned.